Welcome to another edition of Top 5 Tuesday. Today, we get to talk about one of my absolute favorite topics, my wife. We are almost midway through the month of October, and this is my wife's time of year. She waits the other 11 months to see October once again. She loves the fall. She loves the coolness. She loves Halloween. She loves horror movies. This is her time of year, and is also the month when we got married a couple of years back. As a matter of fact, we just celebrated our second wedding anniversary, and so I thought, you know what? It would be a great idea to try to incorporate her into a Top 5 Tuesday. But how do I do that? Well, we go back and look at our entire relationship. We started dating back in 2010. And when we started dating, she was a rocker chick. She did not like country music at all. But slowly over the years, I've started to seep country music into some of her favorite songs. And now there are some country tunes that are among her absolute favorites. So we're going to take a look at them. The top 5 country songs that my non-country fan wife loves. At number 5, a man who transcends any genre. It is the legendary Johnny Cash. There are people who are fans of every type of music who are also Johnny Cash fans, so he had to have a song on this list, and it's She Used to Love Me a Lot, one of his lesser known tunes. It's a cover of a David Allan Coe song, but he does it so well. I played this for my wife. She really loved the story of the song. Johnny's voice is just so incredible, but this one got to be one of her favorites. She Used to Love Me a Lot by Johnny Cash. That comes in at number 5. At number 4, Crystal Gale and Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue. Now, one kind of music that my wife absolutely loves is the pop sounds of the late 70s and early 80s, and that was also a time of great crossover for country music. There were so many artists who crossed over into the pop charts in that era as well, so it only makes sense that one of those songs that was by a country artist would be one of my wife's favorites, and Crystal Gale fits the bill there. Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, that comes in at number 4. At number 3, in the same vein, a guy who was very popular in the late 70s and early 80s with the crossover crowd, it is Kenny Rogers and Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town. My wife absolutely loves Kenny Rogers. All of his songs seem to hit the spot for her, but none more than this one, Ruby, Don't Take Your Love to Town, a great tune, still from back in his first edition days, but Kenny Rogers, he's got a key to her heart. That's at number 3. At number 2, I consider it a big win that I hooked my wife on Ronnie Milsap, one of the all-time greats in country music, and again, part of that crossover crowd of the late 70s and early 80s. So many great hits. We spin the vinyl of Ronnie Milsap's Greatest Hits Volume 2 records so often at our house, and one of the songs that she cannot get enough of is She Keeps the Home Fires Burning, a classic from Ronnie and one of my wife's absolute favorites. That's at number 2. At number 1, though, it is the greatest collection of talent in country music history. I'm, of course, talking about the Highwaymen, Waylon Jennings, Willie Nelson, Johnny Cash, and Chris Christopherson. You couldn't ask for a better foursome in country music when these 4 outlaws got together, and their song Highwayman has to be number 1 of a country song that my non-country fan wife absolutely loves. I said before, she loves all things spooky, horror movies, the Halloween feel, and so this song kind of encapsulates that. It also kind of shares similarities to another song my wife loves by folk Celtic artist Lorena McKinnon, who weirdly enough happens to be from my hometown of Morden, Manitoba, but she had a song called Highwayman, and it gets that same spooky atmosphere, that ethereal nature to the song, and you really feel that in Highwayman by the Highwaymen as well, telling the story almost to an immortal end of this constantly recurring highwayman and all the different lives he's led and will lead in the future. It's a great song, great artist, and my wife absolutely loves it. So for me, that is a win. When my wife says, can we listen to the Highwaymen? The answer is always yes. The Highwaymen and Highwayman, number 1 on the list of country songs that my non-country fan wife absolutely loves. Thank you for joining me today. We'll be back again next week with a brand new edition of Top 5 Tuesday. See you then.